Thank you, Rana. My name is Norm Eddy, and I'm here to deliver the cry for help from our people back home to the Chaldean Assyrian community here in Detroit. I grew up with this community, and after I graduated from Wayne State in 2008, I made the decision to move back to my homeland in Iraq. I had to give up my American dream and go back because I felt the urge inside of me to help a bleeding nation that nobody cared about. A nation of 7,000 years of culture and history. When I moved back in 2008, I never imagined that only after 6 years, I would be fighting for the survival of the Chaldean Assyrian community that I'm living with back there. Today, I feel like I'm part of an endangered species, a species that only has a few more years to live and then eventually die off. When I was born in 1984 in Baghdad, there were 2 million of our people back then. Today, that number is a mere 200,000, and it's going down by the day. 4 weeks ago, when I stepped out of my office in Erbil for a break, I saw a catastrophe unfold right in front of my eyes. I wasn't aware that in just 3 hours, 20,000 Assyrians ran away from the village of Baghdad to find refuge in the streets and parking lots of my city that I live in. I drove my car to assess the crisis, and I will never forget the sight that broke my heart the most. A gray-haired man crying his eyes out, with his wife sitting in the pavement with a baby in her lap, and the rest of their children all crying. You could see the hopelessness in their eyes. They were hopeless not because they ran from terrorists. They've lived with terror for 10 years now. They're used to it. No, they were hopeless because they knew no one would help them. Not the United States government, not the Iraqi government, no one. So I am here to ask you for that help. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you here to tell you that I too have a dream. That I can live in peace and harmony with my people back home and not worry about getting killed by terrorists. That I don't have to worry about my children losing their 7,000-year heritage. That my beautiful Surat language will continue to be spoken and alive. Now I can't make this dream come true alone. I need you, all of my brothers and sisters in humanity. Help me, help us. To the Chaldean Assyrian community of Michigan, enough with the division. Bassa ile bassa. You will never agree on everything. However, I beg you guys to unite for the sake of our people back home. Our survival back home depends on your unity here. Yeah. I ask all the Chaldean Assyrian organizations and individuals to collaborate on a system to send aid on a monthly basis back home, not just whenever you hear us in the news. Just like how you pay taxes, you should have some money allocated every month for our homeland. You owe them. To the Obama administration, where are you? Where are you? Are we not worthy? We don't want you to just take us as refugees in your country. Help us stay in our lands. The United States government should not be selective when it comes to standing up for people for justice. Nobody in this world has faced more injustice for the past 10 years than us. Let me give you an example of this injustice. After getting kicked out of their homes in Mosul last month, the Syrian Christians had to face the last ISIS checkpoint before they could leave their hometown. In the checkpoint, these terrorists took away everything from their families, including cars, money, gold, even baby bottles. They were forced to walk the rest of the way in 120-degree weather. One of those people that ran away was my cousin. I want you to hear his voice. I want you to hear the voice of a man, how a man sounds like when he loses everything he had in his life, including his home, his money, everything. Probably most of you guys will not understand what he is saying, but I want you to see how it feels like. I want you to see how this voice is when you lose everything you ever had.
أشخد فلوس تقريبا 10 واللي كان عنده ثاني 13 700 كان عنده سيجاره ما اخذوها واخذوا اللابتوب اخذوه وموبايلات 4 ما لسه اخذوه.
This is how a man sounds like when he loses everything in his life. Will you stand up for him?
Yes!
Will you stand up for our people?
Yes!
Will you stand up for justice?
Yes!
Well, I hope you stand up, because our existence depends on you helping us, because nobody else will. Thank you very much.
We aim to raise the consciousness of people in this country about the plight of Iraqi Christians. For reasons that I wish not to delve into, the Iraqi Christians have experienced wave after wave of systematic persecution perpetrated by radical Muslims known as ISIS. These Muslims do not represent the attitudes and religious sentiments of mainstream Islam. They have hijacked this great Abrahamic faith for geopolitical objectives and have, as a result, begun persecuting not only Christians, but other minorities as well. In fact, ISIS is indiscriminately killing other fellow Sunnis, Shias, Kurds, Iraqi Turkmen, Shebeks, Yazidis, Sabians, and Armenians for refusing to adhere to their form of radical Islam. These Iraqis, who come from diverse backgrounds, play a vital role in Iraq's vibrant society. Unfortunately, many of them, particularly Christians, are being deprived of the opportunity to participate in the rebuilding of Iraq's rich society, namely because they have been subject to systematic persecution and forced expulsions committed by the Islamic radicals, ISIS. Let's all speak as one voice, as citizens of the world, in the name of humanity, condemning the atrocities committed in Iraq, demanding for immediate action from our elected public officials, including President Barack Obama, and other individuals who have the power to change the course of events unfolding in Iraq. Thank you.
الشبل الدنسي وبي بلبا صيوا بيدا من ولديتا شويني قالوا هليما 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 لتهاقوتا بقطالا ببراما بشابا من بيتوتا هليما 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 لتهاقوتا بقطالا ببراما بشابا من بيتوتا هليما لتلاقوتا بقطالا ببراما بشاتا من ايتوتا هليما 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 لتلاقوتا بقطالا ببراما بشاتا من هليما لتلاقوتا بقطالا ببراما بشابا من ايتوتا هليما 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 لتلاقوتا بقطالا ببراما بشابا من ايتوتا. Thank you.
Give us back our land!
Stop ISIS now!
Stop ISIS now!
What do we want?
Security!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Security!
When do we want it?
Now! Stop ISIS 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 now!
Hold your side.
Stop ISIS now! 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 End the violence now! We demand peace now! We demand peace now! Save our land! Save our people!
Iraqi people need you!
Iraqi people need you!
Save the people in Iraq!
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 We demand peace now!
3, 4.
We don't want your stupid war!
We don't want your stupid war!
5, 6, 7, 8!
5, 6, 7, 8.
ISIS is a terrorist state!
ISIS is a terrorist state in Iraq.
Stop the Holocaust in Iraq!
Stop the Holocaust